Well, meanwhile, the U.S. and EU partnering to further isolate Russia. This latest move to drastically reduce Europe's dependence on Russian energy. Last year alone, Europe imported more than 900 billion barrels of gas from Russia, equal to 45% of EU gas imports. But the war is not only having an impact on energy and gas prices, but also food and food prices. NewsNation correspondent Kelly Meyer joining us from Washington. So, Kelly, how is the White House handling these worldwide shortages and potential problems here at home?
Well, it's crisis on top of crisis, Nicole. We're seeing the humanitarian crisis, which President Biden has already pledged $1 billion to help. But with all of this comes a global food crisis. Ukrainian farmers are about to miss planting and harvesting season as Russian armies overrun parts of the country. And Ukraine and Russia are two of the biggest exporters of crops like wheat, the basic ingredients of everyday products like bread and pasta. And now there are fears a shortage could lead to an increase in world hunger and push the world's poorest countries into famine, plus driving up prices here at home. The U.S. and allies promising to help. Here's President Biden earlier today.
The bad news is they're in the breadbasket of the world, Ukraine and Russia. But we, the United States, are going to do our part because we're the third largest producer of wheat in the world.
A huge portion of the world's wheat, corn, barley imports come from the two countries locked in this war, Russia and Ukraine, and the costs are spiking. Take a look at this. Since the invasion started, wheat prices are up 21%, barley is up by 33%, and some fertilizers are up by 40%. Portion of the world's fertilizers are stuck in Russia and Belarus. And this comes at a time when costs were already rising on American consumers, food, oil, gas, and expected to get even worse if this invasion continues. Today, President Biden striking a deal with the EU to cut Europe's reliance on Russian energy. Moscow provides 40% of Europe's natural gas. The U.S. offered to give the EU 15 billion cubic meters of liquefied natural gas. And to give you a sense of how much or how little that is, last year Russia exported roughly 10 times that much to Europe. And Nicole, a lot of these asks aren't going to happen right away. These energy and gas goals are expensive, long-term projects, so you won't see those until years down the road. But as far as the food shortages, Biden says that $1 billion in humanitarian aid will go into effect immediately.
Yeah, that's some good news there. All right, Kelly Meyer, thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.